Got a Wepe knife. Come on, man. It's like a new brand, and they're made in Yangjiang, China. Same place twosuns are made, sixleaf, bunch of others. Same factory? I don't know. That I don't know. I mean, maybe I should take a trip to China. I'd love to. My son got over there. He's like doing some engineer work a couple of years ago, and the Chinese company they were working with brought him over. Yeah, spent a couple of days, week over there, and said the place was amazing. Yep, the food, the people, said it was awesome. There was definitely some do's and don'ts, though. I do remember that conversation. Alright. First impression of this knife, I know when I bought it from the RIHE Design eBay site. And when I first bought it, I thought it was much smaller than it is. Is there an extra bag that was crumpled up down there? Yeah. Alright, let's put this in the box. Fiddling around with bags and boxes and stuff. Come on, man. I thought about it one time not doing this on camera. I'm not going to unbox knives or whatever, but I thought, man, that's stuff that I can all do. Like, I could bring you here right now. Hey, I got this knife. I got it out of the box an hour ago. It's waiting on you. I digress. Hey, so the first thing on this knife is I thought this knife was way smaller than this knife. And the reason I know that is because I haven't been able to check in knives because of my incident. And so I have looked in some boxes just because I didn't have nothing else to do, so I'm like cheating a little bit. And so I noticed that this knife is humongous compared to what I thought when I saw it on the RIHE Design site. It's a David Chin design. Bunch of G10, really cool looking G10, and I mean, this thing is a beast. Look at this thing. Wow. Is that meant to be a P right there for Wepe? Wepe? I mean, the model number's right there. Wp757D2. It's a Defense Master. Okay, well, I get it. Yeah. Wow, man. I mean, look at this thing. This thing. I mean, they could have called it a Bull Mastiff and it would have fit as well. So when I saw this knife, I thought it was about that big. And with this blade, I was like, oh yeah, I got to get one of those. Look at this thing. I mean, it's a beast. Wow, is this thing. This thing is massive. Check that action. Back flipper only. It's got a really solid detent going. Centered blade. Deep carry pocket clip. It looks to be semi-recessed. It's recessed at the top but not at the bottom. So the top is recessed, the bottom is not. And the screws have a little crown to them, but there is a ton of room in there, so I don't foresee any issues with that running, even on my thick stuff. I mean, this blade, and this knife, what's this weigh? I'm gonna find out. Yeah, 7.7 ounces. It's an absolute beast. I mean, running this action now, I can see that it's going to turn into a guillotine. Yeah, not drop shot, but guillotine. But man, that detent coming out of there, it's stymieing me. It's stiff. Let me feel it. Oh, that lock bar. There's not a lot of access going on. See, there's no There's no lowering here, and so there's enough width in here that you can reach in with your thumb and get to it. But the tension on it is stout. Let me feel this detent. I really don't have any place to grab it. Yeah. I mean, wow. Let me see where this is lined up here. So it's inside to the outside there when it's locked up. So I'll check that once I disassemble it and see how much tension's on that lock bar. I mean, all in all, the action's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I can't fail it. Let's see. I mean, it failed, but yeah, I mean, it's only because of the angle. Like, if I free that lock, that blade is completely free. But wow, the tension on that lock. Hey, let's get in it. Let me see if I can't mess with that, and because that's kind of becoming, it's so hard. Look at how it chewed up my thumb, man. Took a lot of tension, chewed up my nail, my thumb. Yeah, it's stiff. Let's see what's up. Come out good. No Loctite on it. More TH. I mean, I don't see the pocket clip screws as holding anything, but let's see what's up. At least one of them is. Let's do the back one. Nope, let's do the front one. I'm going to say nope on that one too. I think I was just stuck. Yeah. Lots of oil in there though. It needed to come off. Yeah, it's just stuck. Didn't have no more screws. Just down here on these barrels. Nice and tight fit. A little manipulation. There it goes. Big bearings. Huge piece of D2, man. I mean, whew. I'm gonna have to disassemble here though, because I know that it's full of oil. Yeah, covered. I'm not even gonna lay that down. I'm just gonna get to wiping. Yeah, lots of oil, man. Lots of skeletonizing here, trying to keep weight down on that mastodon of a knife. It's big, man. Oh yeah. There's a reference there too. It's a movie reference. Oh yeah. Oh, horrible scene. I wonder if anybody's going to pick up on that. It'd be cool if you did. It'd be cooler if you did. There's another movie scene. I'm just full of them tonight, or full of it, I guess. Lots of oil, lots of big parts, man. I'm gonna have to get a new towel after this. Not because it had that much more oil than just about anything else. It's just so much more of it. It's huge. So listen, kudos to Wepe. They put a W on a pivot and then no badging on that blade. Just a model number, simple model number, billboarded back here, the steel, and then the name of the knife, the Defense Master. Okay. And somebody smart enough said, hey, if we'll just put the W, we don't have to write Wepe. I mean, does anybody know what the W means? No. But if they keep building great knives, people will know. They'll see the W and they'll go, is that Wilson? Wilson. No. Another movie reference. Man, I got 3 of them in the same video. Oh my goodness. And you know the hard part about making these movie references and music references and stuff is because, you know, by the time y'all watch the videos, you know, those of you that pay attention to these things and really watch the videos and pick up on these cues, you respond, and then you respond in some kind of code, kind of like, you know, like my little references, and then I read your response, and I don't remember the video, so I don't know what you're responding to. Steve, man, you responded to something the other day, and you said, what was it? Lucy in the Sky with Diamond. I had no idea what it was, man. And so, just on principle, I went back and watched the video, and I made a simple comment, you know, falling out of the sky, but not like Lucy, and you picked it up, man. Good job, brother. But when you made the comment, I had no idea. I was like, why is he saying that? Surely I made some off reference in there, and he picked it up. All right, so this, I mean, there's a little bit of play in here. So in the knife locked up, this is, see where it's at now? In the knife locked up, it's over there. So, I mean, I don't have a lot of room here to go messing around. I mean, I'm probably going to leave that like right there. I go too far and then the lock's going to fail, and then I'm back in here messing around. And I don't feel like doing none of that. This one's the right one. This is the top down. This is the bottom up. And the pivot shows to be captured. It is. It's captured in that top scale. So I just got to get some alignment figured out. It goes straight back like so, which I'm guessing it'll line up that W. Yep. All right. Got a couple of these barrel spacers here. Yep. Got a lanyard hole. Little bearing. Big bearing. Big blade. I mean, look at this blade, man. Whew. It's big. Big. I mean, that feels pretty awesome right there. There's just so much lock bar tension going there. But by the design of the knife, I'm not sure that I can alleviate much of that. I don't think I can. I think I can put this on first, though. Get it all lined up and then come back with the scale. Yep. Like so. All right. This thing. Nope. Round ones are the little crown screws that go in the pocket clip. These have a little flatter profile. I think before I put that clip back on, I'm gonna check this action, because this locks everything in. I'm gonna check that action because maybe I'm gonna have to mess with it. I don't know. I hope not. Oh, solid. Yeah, that lock bar. I mean, I took some off of it. It's easier. And it's a guillotine now. Yeah. I mean, was that a premonition though? Am I going to have lock failure? I mean, about to find out. Nope. I mean, that makes me happy. Because I did relieve the detent just slightly. Not a lot. Pocket clip tension. I mean, I think it's got plenty. We'll see. Yeah, let's go with it. Worst case, I gotta take it off. I had to set it down. It's heavy. I mean, golly, man. Yeah, I had no idea on the site. You know, the thing is, I've got one or two more of these coming. Like, because they listed one, and then there was another one, maybe three. And they are stone budget knives. And so, looking at them, I thought, yeah, it's pretty attractive. But I thought it was about 60% as big as it is. All right, here we go. Yeah, much better to access that now. Drop shut. Can't fail it. Look at this thing. Look at the blade. I mean, I'm pretty sure I could bushcraft this knife. This thing will chop trees, man. Wow. So let's talk about that action. I mean, it is a guillotine. If you'll remove that lock bar and get past the detent, don't have your fingers in the way. Boom, there it goes. Excellent action. I mean, I'm going to call it A action. It's a great big old knife, but it's got A action. I'm not going to go A plus, and I guess the excuse I'll use, how I can make it better, is there's just a lot of tension on this bar, and it's not relieved. If it was relieved a little bit, where I could easily get in there without having to dig my thumb in, I'd give it A plus. Yeah, so I'll stick with the A. Ergonomics. So it's got excellent ergonomics as far as being a not so confident, or very confident grip. And what that refers to is confident that I could go forward with this knife in this fashion, meet resistance, a belt, a button, thick material, a brick, that I could go forward, and I'm confident that I wouldn't come up and over and cut my fingers on that blade. And so this particular handle and ergonomics, I'm going to go past not so confident, past confident, all the way up to very confident. It's got decent jimping on top. It's not combat jimping. I can run my thumb through it, but it's decent. It helps provide a platform. But this finger guard right here, this lock in with this grip, it's very confident down here. Like, man, I'm locked in. There's no, you know, I run into something with the tip of this knife, I'm pushing through it. This reverse grip, nice cap for the thumb, large grip though, large knife, man. But yeah, definitely doable. Not so much here, but I guess you could get in like this. Yeah, wow. The pocket clip, I mean, it disappears, falls right where it's supposed to. The sharpness of all this, these edges could be knocked down. If I took a file to this, because I can feel these, they're not sharp like horrible sharp, but I feel that. When I grip hard here, I'm feeling these scales down here press into my hand. So I could make the knife more comfortable by filing that down. Let's check that pocket clip. I mean, come on, this thing. Alright. Yeah, it's wonderful. Very smooth. I think it's going to need some tension. It's so big that I think I would want more tension on that pocket clip. And of course, the way to do it, where we at? I mean, we got just enough time. I'm going to knock that out. I'll show the way to do it. You know, like, I can't make it so. It's like, well, surely you guys have seen me do that. Maybe not. Maybe you popped in just for this Wepe knife, and and never seen it. So if you wanted to put more tension on this pocket clip, I grab it with a rag and I'm going to squeeze that together, which will create tension for that clip. Yep, right there. I'm going to close that gap, so when I put it back on the knife, see how that gap's closed now? When I put this back on the knife, it's going to pull this end down into that scale. And I put a lot on there, maybe too much, but we'll see. It was so smooth in though that, and part of the reason is because where it's riding is on this peak. See this peak right here? So the actual material this is only pressing down in the very center on that peak. It's not like flat, like this whole width is touching material. It's not. So I'm not even sure if I can get that back on with that much tension. I'm not sure if that screw will suck down. But we're going to try. They're big screws. Add some confidence to my modification here. If they were little screws, I might have backed up and punted. Yeah, it bit. And it sucked it. See, it sucked it all the way down. So now that front screw doesn't have to do all that work on that tension. Because if it did, I might not be able to catch the threads or whatever. Might have been a problem. But nope, worked wonderfully. I mean, the tension on this is going to be way different. There we go. Thick stuff. Yeah, wonderful. Excellent tension. Thin stuff, yeah, it's way better. Yep. Keep in mind, man, it's about 8 ounces of knife flying around in a pocket, though. But if I took off at a run and was flying around and then reached back for this knife with the little P cut out on it, good for them, I think the knife would still be where I left it. So, yeah, good modification of that clip. All right, safety. Can we make contact with that blade anywhere? Yeah, so the blade is exposed right here. So it's so wide and that blade's just right there. So if this was down in my pocket and I reached in, I'm going right on top of the blade back here. See if I can show that better. Yeah, so that blade right there, as soon as I set my finger down, boom, I'm touching the blade. So there's blade contact there. What about the tip? Yeah, the tip's recessed below this backspacer, so there's no contacting the tip. So the clip's good, the tip's good, but unfortunately there's blade contact back here, and I'm not confident that I could put this in my pocket and not make blade contact and end up cutting myself. Wonder if it's sharp. I mean, I'm gonna guess that it is. Look at those. Look at this blade. Yeah, it's crazy sharp. Good stuff. Both grinds. It's dual grind. It's got this bottom grind and then a top grind, and both grinds are very sharp all the way through that blade. Yep, all the way to the very tip. Razor sharp. Pretty nice. All right, price and availability. Wepe Knives. You know, they have a website too. Let me check pricing on this thing. It is the Wp757. Okay, couple of places this is available. The first place is on the RIHE Design eBay page. Got currently a couple of these knives. This one and another one running live auctions. And so what are they going to go for there? I don't know. It's a live auction. The Wepe site, wepeknives.com, WEPE knives.com, has this version and free shipping, the WP757 and D2 for $33 and some change. So you can buy it direct from the manufacturer for let's call it $34, free shipping. Or you can try to get it on a live auction from RIHE Design eBay page and get it for less. Yep, definitely a budget piece. But wow, is it a big budget piece. Need a work knife? I mean, can you choke up with this knife? Look at this. Look at this grip. I mean, this is a knife that I would say David, the designer, David Chin, spent a considerable amount of time designing the grip on this knife to be right here. And I'm not a fan. Yeah. Now, did it compromise this grip? I will tell you that this grip on this knife is better than this grip. Yeah. Why designers put so much time in developing this grip in a knife? It's lost on me, man. I don't get it, because I would never grip this knife here. I mean, I'm sure it's just me. So that's why they do it, because everybody else, when they take their knife out, they go right here and they cut whatever they're going to cut, and then they put it away. Not me. I go here, I lock my fingers in a safe position before I go using this knife. So anyways, the Wepe Wp757 D2 steel. It is a huge behemoth, and in the end, pretty cool knife. Well built, excellent action, solid as a tank. I mean, it's a tank. Wonderful budget piece. I mean, man, surely for around $30, golly, you're getting a lot of knife here for $30. Appreciate you watching.